What I love about sewing is that I can create and personalize things for myself, and I loved it so much that I made a business. Hi, I'm Marie Zinno. I'm an embroidery designer, author, and also a commercial and business owner. Today, I want to teach you how to create a placemat purse. These are simple placemats that you can purchase at any big box store. As long as they're kind of reversible and they're already stabilized, that is one of the key features in using a placemat to create a purse. You would work by folding the placemat purse vertical, and you're going to embroider the top area with a monogram. I've also want to audition some of my trims. I bought this beautiful beaded trim in this great teal color, and also some peacock feather trim, which I think is really elegant looking. You would place it on your placemat and audition where the beads will lay, because you want to embroider, like I said, monogram the placemat, and you don't want it to cover the embroidery. So what I did is measure. I'm going to move the beads at this point, and you can see I've actually placed the blue painter's tape right on top of where the beaded trim will end. And I'm going to use my target ruler to measure down approximately 4 inches from that top edge on the placemat. And I marked it with a target sticker. Now you will remove that. So remember, you're embroidering the upper half portion of the placemat, not the center of the placemat, because then it would be in the bottom of the purse. I have already hooped my placemat in the specialty magnetic hoop, and I'm going to bring up my embroidery design, my monogram, from my USB stick. I've already, again, saved it on my USB stick. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. You will hit sewing, and then this key icon is the positioning placement icon, so we'll hit that and it will locate my design. And now it'll automatically start moving and looking for that sticker. It will also rotate it if needed. And there it is. Okay, so I'm going to remove my positioning sticker because I know I'm perfectly lined up. We're going to lower the presser foot. I already have threaded my machine with the teal thread. And we're going to start stitching. This is our finished monogram. As you can see, it's already complete. It's a beautiful script F. And now we have to start making it into a purse because, you know, it doesn't look like a purse yet. Let's see. So the next step would be to add well, actually, to stitch the 2 sides, which we'll do at the machine, you would stitch about a ½ inch from top to bottom. Same on both sides. Kind of reinforce the top edges as much as possible because you don't want the purse to separate at any point. We're also going to add a magnetic closure to the top of the purse. So I've selected a simple magnetic closure that you can buy at any sewing store. I'm going to show you just a kind of a quick way that I like to do it. Because some people don't understand really how you actually mark the location for the sticker. So what I did was get the metal insert that they supply in your magnetic closure in the instructions, and I kind of marked it right here, and I just kind of placed a pen, pencil, whatever, just mark that area, and then you would take the prong side of the magnet, and then you're going to insert it in those holes. I open it up, I use my seam ripper, which is very sharp. And I already did that on this side. And I just use the seam ripper just gently, just a tiny little mark. So you can add the opposite magnetic closure. Just kind of presses in, nice and simple. And then that little clasp goes inside. And then you would close the prongs down, lay them flat. Sometimes I use pliers just to press them down and keep it nice and flat. And then you would sew that top edge of your purse closed. Repeat for the opposite side. Make sure they're perfectly lined up. Make sure they are above and centered and 2 inches down from the top area, like I have done here. And we sew that top edge closed. So now the other part of the purse construction is to box the bottoms. You need to create that nice box shape so that the purse can stand and hold things efficiently. So I take that by just finger pressing the pointed bottom of the envelope, really, of the purse, and just press down on it. You don't really have to iron it. I just find finger pressing works just as well. And I hold it down in place, and then I mark from that triangle, 2 inches down from that spot. And you could either use a pin or usually I just hold it with my fingers after I measured the 2 inches and sew it at the machine. Oh, but look, our monogram is already complete. It looks wonderful. It's embroidered right in the exact spot it's supposed to be. And we'll remove that and take it over to the table. There we go. And then this is where you would sew the bottom corners to box the bottoms at the machine. And here I have the complete boxed bottoms on the purse. And of course, you would turn it right sides out. Oh. And then decide what handles you're going to use and open up the top edges for the handles, which I have already done here on the brown purse. As you can see, the magnets are already in place. And I attached the webbing handles to the inside of the purse, just opening the lining just like I did with the magnet. Make sure they're lined up. And then you're going to stitch it up. The handles measure about 18 to 20 inches. It depends on, your personal preference. If you'd like to hang it over your arm, I kind of like to hang it over my arm sometimes. But if you would rather just carry it over your wrist, then you can make them a little bit shorter. It's your creation. You can make the purse and decide exactly how long the handles could be if you're using the webbing handles. Now I've also created a couple different purses over here. As you can see, I've used some of the hard plastic handles. Again, more webbing. It's my personal preference because I think it's more comfortable to wear. But after you add the handles, you will then sew some of your decorative trim on. So this particular trim with the blue beads and the eyelash trim on top looks really great when you wear denim or blue jeans. So I suggest getting creative with some of the beautiful decorative trims that are available and the placemats, and create some of your own purses. I actually had a business a couple years ago creating purses for customers and friends, and it was really a great way to experiment with all the different trims that I've acquired over the years sewing.